my most ethical light and love crew. Their activation has begun. Angels of light and love, I welcome you in. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, don't stop. Thanks. All right, so I wanted to ask, prompt, better put. Tell me something good and let it be true, Spirit. I have not seen my younger son in since like it's been almost a week, but this is the new arrangement, okay? The new arrangement that we have. It's only been maybe a couple of weeks, and I guess there's I have to say that it's not that I'm disappointed, because I certainly expected this kind of behavior from my ex with regards to how he was going to handle our son with a new custody agreement. So sure, he got his way. But was it reflective of the best interest of our kid? So self-interested. My son was sick today. He said he was throwing up all night up until this morning. He had taquitos because like from the freezer, because he said Daddy was too tired. And I already know what that means. But like, okay, we just like take notes, okay? So, you know, he had taquitos, that's fine, whatever. But then his dad kept shoving him over my way, saying, you know, like, dude, I don't even know how to like say all of these things, because it's like, it's just one big ball of bullshit after another. So let's try to just document this here, okay? So here I'm at work, and I don't really take my 15-minute breaks, but today I got to, because I had to answer to some texts. I don't even, like, it feels like such a fucking waste of breath. Spirit, like, can I, look, okay, number one, tell me something good and let it be true. We got release, autumnal equinox. So let's just freaking read that. Maybe there's something more to say about that, okay? Before I, like, release. Is release mean like venting, or release means like just let it go? Just let the universes do its thing. Just autumnal equinox. In many areas of the world, deciduous trees prepare for the winter and conserve their energy by contracting their life force. That is, they release their leaves, which have required the rays of the sun and the nourishment of the earth in order to maintain a robust growth and appearance. It's not a decision the trees make, at least not in the usual sense. Instead, it's a natural response to the decreasing cycle of light that sets up the gradual and steady release of the tree's leaves. How remarkable it is that these trees, and for that matter, all of Earth Mother's children, simply know what to do with the changes in climate. Although the seasonal shift appears to be the death of sorts, it's only a preparation of the next cycle of life, one that will naturally flow. The more extreme contraction of winter as an aspect of the life-death rebirth cycle that we find represented in so many different ways. So now is the time to let go anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful. Answer right here. No longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest while at the same time making preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have hail and frickin' moly. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion. I have to say that the job that I'm currently at, I wouldn't say is necessarily devoid of interest and passion. I am quite sparked about the ongoings, like checking the climate, like what am I to expect now? Oh, that's not really new. I mean, that's new for what I would expect for today's kind of day, but it's not new because like I've had it before. Like, oh, I got another psychic attack. Okay, but I keep my cool. I'm doing like expense reports. Okay, all right. Let's see what you got. And and so it's like, you know, you're doing these things like the occultist measures while you're like tapping away and doing things like looking at the deadline, and it just like it's kind of a new vibe with me in my world where I get to be like in 3 different places at once at the very bare minimum. So it feels like it's juggling, but it's like fun, like I'm like riding a unicycle or something. And like the traffic controller too, and so it's really interesting where I'm at right now. So like I'd say it's still applicable because I'm learning a whole grip of things, even if there's like even if like the pleasing things, like the how do I say it, the things that hold you over might be temporarily, you know, granted. You know what I mean? So we'll see, okay? Okay, with release comes a sense of being much lighter. And like the trees that openly bear their nakedness once their leaves have departed and give room for whatever's new, life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. And ... trust that it's going to be something better. In this case, I'd have to say way better. Okay? So, this is good. This is the good stuff right here, okay? Tell me something good and let it be true, Spirit, okay? Thanks so much. I didn't really have a lunch today. So I'm eating the leftover of what I just made of a brothy soup. Brothy egg drop noodle soup. For my, I almost called him the nickname that I normally call him. But, made for my son. So we're gonna use the herbal tarot. Okay? Tell me something good, Spirit. For real. Because I think, like, I've already, like, addressed how I feel, how I think, like, what, all of the measures with my ex. However, it's just saddening to see what he would be so willing to put, I don't even want to say our son through. I will have to say my son. Because the only ownership that he could take, how do I say this? If it weren't for the measures of legalities tied to having to provide child support, he would be totally out of the picture. That would be, bottom line, his choice. It's disgusting. So let me ask this, okay? I'm going to say his name in my head, okay? What does my ex's lawyer think about this? It is the Queen of Swords inverted. He would definitely agree with me. he's been at the rodeo hundreds of times. Countless. Different avenues of speech, of like morphed up love languages. He's seen quite a bit in his heyday, and sometimes it's just like, I think it kind of like, you find it kind of desensitizing, but he has taken a special interest. He finds it quite intriguing, I would say, in finding out a little bit more. I don't know why I'm saying this. Oh, because like this freaking is like a journeyman, you see? He's like discovery, like, you know, foot on the rock, like Plymouth Rock or something like that, like going on a voyage, like, and so there's something adventurous about my ex's lawyer. Definitely. But it's quite intellectual in its pursuits. Oh my gosh, freaking like totally. I'm gonna freaking read the freaking card, okay? It's kind of like is it Cinderella with a glass slipper kind of thing? Because dude, it says lady slipper right there. It's like the shoe fits. Like he totally gets it. Like we wear the same shoes, you know. Is he gonna say that? No, because he has. I mean, like I wouldn't think you. Dude, he's no. He's not gonna say that. Of course not. Of course not. Give me a sec. Tell me a little bit more about what my ex's lawyer thinks about this stuff. About his client's position. About my ex's position. 8 of Cups in reverse. And Page of Swords. What, like it lifted Queen of Cups right behind that. There's something about like a comeback here, okay? There's like a circling back, but also a comeback of like, it's weird. It's like this little Page of Swords is trying to challenge the Queen of Cups. Somebody who's super intuitive, like looking at her comeback for sure, you know? Like to the mastery of like intuitive bodies with water, like you can't match that, especially when we're looking at the comeback. So it is like looking at measly, like small beans efforts in like tongue lashings. And I don't want to say tongue lashings, but this like these feeble efforts of my ex trying to get at me. So like I feel like he like he doesn't really have to say anything. It's like things are so obvious. Now, if you're looking at if my ex's lawyer is looking at me, there are good things to say, okay? But like I think maybe he knows that I know. He knows that I know what I know, but I just don't know how to say it. He knows that I have a complex time trying to find the words to verbalize what I know. What I know everybody else knows. So it becomes this like little cat and mouse game in this like courthouse type of arena where we're trying to get at something, but it's like, I'm like the tip of the tongue phenomena. So there's that. What else do you want to say, Spirit? Jesus Christ. What does my ex's lawyer think about the case? Okay. Page of Wands. There's something like, it almost looks like a hobbit. So there's a child involved, obviously. I think there are like some, like, I met my ex's lawyer. I met up with his energy. I didn't make any forceful effort to read him, but that makes it so much easier to read him. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how I operate. If like I really don't like try to be hands off or whatever, shit comes to me. So there's something disconnected when it comes to the reality of a child. I don't know why. It's not my stuff to decipher why. I mean, I think bringing that to attention is of great benefit for him to explore why. Not just the face value idea of it. Just because in looking at all of this, it's like he recognizes that my son needs to go on this adventure called life, like we all do. And that kind of perspective, knowing the callousness of and the blatant ways of the strategies that his client is using, is I would have to say disconcerting. I would have to say is a total turnoff. You know, like that kind of energy is like every man for himself, that kind of thing. Even those that are you know, are minors, basically. It's I don't know, it's like I think the area of callousness there is, dude, I don't even know what to say about that. But there is an absolute disconnect when it comes to my son and his value in all of this. Now, I would have to say I could call that disappointing when I look at my ex's lawyer. I'd definitely have to say that, because I expect more out of someone in the field. Then if you're well studied, you're going to put that to good use. So tell me something good, Spirit. We can jump off the subject. Tell me something good and let it be true. A tower moment. Firm decisions. Like, there is stank up in here. You like smelled you can smell it's freaking garlic. It's potent. Firm decisions. It's like this lingering scent of something bigger. And So the wonderful thing about this is I would never compare a scent of garlic to a dirty rat, you know? I'm not saying that my ex's lawyer is that, or has never been that. Who knows, you know? But the fact is that if that's an element within my reality, knowing my involvement, and my energies, I'd have to say that at some points, or at some point, he was. I don't know about the current state. There are some things that are not savory that he hides, but the great benefit of the Tower moment is something that's firm. It's something that the universes are highly passionate about. Garlic, it does a dish good, let me tell you. Okay, so you can tell when it's present versus when it's not, especially in, like, it brings it to a different level the way you cook it in certain dishes. So you can take the lazy ass route, or you can take the route that, like, is a little bit more involved. And there is a sheer difference. You can always tell, like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna give up my dish versus, like, this is good, you know, it's like, it's good. Like a complacent yum versus, like, holy man, you can try it, but you can't have it. That's funny. All right. So tell me something good, Spirit. Tell me something good that I can, just let it be true, okay? You know, this is the strongest tower I have ever seen in any depiction of the Tower moments. You see, like, this is, like, representative, I would say, me, with crown on. And this is one of my sons, right? I'm standing firm, like, despite, like, all of the, you know, stuff that's going on, the chaos that's striking. He, how do I say it? This is like one of those, like, evergreen trees where they can burn on the inside, it can burn on the outside, but it's still steadily strong. What's happening is it's motioning all of the other, like, life that's kind of, like, leeching within its systems to, like, jump off. So, there's a certain, beauty within this energy. Yeah, again, I had a private discussion with my older son about something like the call that I received with it's just like money matters, right? And so the first time out of, like, all of the months, he absolutely shorted the support. He pretended as though he didn't realize that there was spousal support, even though he responded to the, like, 20 some odd pages that were dealt. And for child support, he only paid half of it, of what was mandated. And he said, let me just go ahead and talk to my lawyer first, because you owe me X amount of money according to this and that. and it still doesn't absolve you from paying. You see, like, that's not even like, that's just like the money issue, right? That's just like a separate thing. But then like, to try to, I don't even know how to describe it. It's they said release, fucking release, okay? All right, tell me something good, Spirit. Tell me something good, and let it be true. King of Cups inverted. Okay, he's saying, I got you, babe. Yeah, for sure, I got you. So just, there's a tower moment for sure. Shit looks like fucking crazy on the outside. Same shit, different day. But you know what? You held strong. You're holding it together. That shit cannot tear you down. Nor your little one. Neither of your kids. We're good. Okay. So that is true. That is fact. Strength in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. King of Swords and Two of Cups in reverse. Dude, you know what's happening here? He's like, recall your energy. Like recall, not just remember, but call back your power, call back your strength. Because this is like giving me like the sword in the stone vibe, you know. Being able to pull that out. And there's something about how it's there's something here, like, why do I keep getting the Two of Cups here? Let's get a clarifier on that. Okay, so what's that? Seven of Pentacles. Oh, you know, the wonderful thing about this is that the truth, what is it? What's his name say, Pharrell? He says, the truth will first will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. So there's something also very natural in this, in like pulling the sword out of the stone. It's naturally sharpening the sword, you know, within those efforts. And so there's this thing that's in gestation here. And it's a new relationship, new bonds, new connections. And I keep getting this, like, they're just saying, just wait for it, just wait for it, just wait for it. And it's like, I'm not even really asking about that right now. But, you know, that's great. That's a great incentive. So, like, when I say these things, it's not like there's, like, subtleties or undertones or, how do you call it? Subconscious waves of, like I'm lonely type of vibes, and I'm angry because I don't get to, like, it's not even that, like, but at the same time, there's like, even though, like, I'm not asking about those things, and it's like not on my mind when I'm talking about my kids, it's like they're saying that you don't even realize what these new relationships, these new partnerships, these bonds, what they can bring for you. Like, they're not just like a certain realm of facets. Like, it expands beyond like making the picture prettier. You know what I mean? Like, or like the more the merrier, festive, etc. But there's something about it, like, that they're saying that I don't realize in accessing this truth. There's something that's super amplifying once, like, there's something about that where it's they just said, just wait for it. You know, I have no idea, like, how happy you will be. Not just accessing the truth, like, it just makes the truth that much sweeter. Holy smokes, that's what's happening there. So they're saying, like, I got you. I got you, Tina. So allow this thing to release, because it is making room for something better. Okay. Oh, I just felt the chills for sure. Okay. I have the 5 of Pentacles accentuated, the 10 of Cups accentuated, and the 9 of Swords. So you're like saying, you know what's funny? They know me so well. I'm stressing. Totally stressing for sure. Like, I know it doesn't look like it here, but like, if you were just listening to the words that I was saying without having any kind of visual aspect to this, other than your like mind's eye, you would know for sure. Like, I'm stressing over this thing that this thing that depicts like a certain lacking in its physical aspect, but at the same time accentuated is like an overabundance of like, not over, like an abundance of happiness, like just like absolutely just how does it work? So oh, you know, there, how did we say it? It's like, oh, you know what they're saying, because I'm seeing so much contrast here, is that they cannot stress it enough. If you're going to stress over anything, stress on things that are factual, things that you have manifested. We have Mugwort here for the 5 of Pentacles and marijuana for the 10 of Cups. So that might be funny to you, herbalists. I don't know why I'm supposed to say that, but yes. So just know that, like, even with the 5 of Pentacles, you have already like one-upped him on so many occasions, just because you can access the 10 of Cups, and like that's all that his soul is like yearning for, yet like not making the motions to do so. It's so, can you really feel like victimized by such a person? So like 100%, we're looking at conservation of energy, not just for ourselves, but for our loved ones. Because when we think about, and what we think about our loved ones is very, very, very peculiar in its like way of protection. So even if we shift it just a little bit, and we say like, hey, you know, I'm not worried anymore about my kids. I'm not worried about like the things that they'll have to face when it comes to understanding where their dad falls short, blatantly, like intentionally. And I'm not gonna feel like saddened anymore about that or worried, because I just know that they're really, really good kids, and I've had my digestion points, which allowed me to get stronger. So, I don't know what else to say about that, except like, I don't really know what to say about that part. But I'm not gonna have any doubt about how my kids can handle certain things. Because when you look at it, more objectively speaking, those are all projections of doubt. So if there's anybody to feel sorry for, it's their dad. Just like, after all of this, that's where you're at. That's what you're gonna do. Wow. You're in for a rude awakening. But knowing how to access the Ten of Cups, that's something that you can pass on through your lineage and other lineages, not within your bloodline. That's something that's tribal knowledge. That's power. Okay. What else do you want to say, Spirit? What do you want to tell me? That's, oh, Goddess Kali. I'm curious. What do you, tell me something good, please. And let it be true. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I need more context to that. Three of Pentacles in reverse, facing the Devil card in reverse. And like the intro card in reverse. She's saying, this is really like very complex for me to read, but it's basically saying, you can basically 20% battery. You can basically be fully dependent, like solely rely on this release of this deconstruction, this this like decomposition. You can solely rely on this, like absolutely trust in it. You can absolutely depend on it, because there's something about it here being that they're, oh my gosh, for sure. I was like, where's your party energy, Kali? But that it's that absolute surrender is letting go of the control, allowing things to unfold, allowing things to happen like that. That this is like, instead of it being a cover sheet, it's a closure card, being in reversal. So when you look at the 4 cards in total, it has its what do you call it to it? It's polarity to it. The other side of the truth. So when you flip it right side up, just like the cycles of life, okay, this is like the closure card that we talked about, then we can like see it for what it is, and it's upright, which means absolutely like independence, like doing your what do you call it, within your avenue of like a new job, a new role. 100%. So you can go absolutely aggro in this new pursuit. Do you see? So just trust in it. Like, it is so good. It's so good. Like, you have no real, like, comprehension of it yet, Tina. And that's okay. That's not to, like, deduct any points off of you. It'll add all the more to, like, the surprise, you know? So, Jesus Christ, what do you want to say? Tell me something good and let it be true. The Emperor in reverse on the doing side. So undercover and forward looking. Spirit is really watching out for me. Like, just keeping a bit of a distance to basically watch support of what's coming ahead. Like the bow of the ship. Yeah. That's something wonderful. That means it's like coming in strong. Queen of Wands. And ultimately, Tina, you're magical. A natural, like, we have someone with, like, Native American background here. Heroic, having her own cape as well. A white cat for cleansing and purifying. And just, I'm also getting Wiccan vibes off of this too. And very much religious. There's something biblical here too. So, like, I don't really need to explain the Queen of Wands. I keep getting it, so it's wonderful to be able to see the repetition. And the repertoire is what I'm hearing. Within the mix of certain ancestries, yeah, this unique blueprint is it's how do I even say it? It's one of a kind. There are, like, so many subtleties to this person, to this alchemist, to this witch, to this herbalist, to this Wiccan. Yeah. That it's, I don't even know how to describe it. But I would have to say definitely unique. Like, looking at this person, they already know what to do. They already freaking know what to do. 7 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Swords in reverse, and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. What's happening here? There's something, there's, like, parallel activities happening here. While we sort through and release a sense of ego with, like, believing we should be in one place, or yeah, or putting people in their place. Like, just let go of it, you know? There's enough, like, bullshit already. So just, like, while you're letting go of the deceit, just let go over the control over yeah, just letting go of that control of like who has it better or who has it worse. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm caught up in that energy, but while that's happening, the Ten of Pentacles is growing beneath the surface. So, this is good because what we're talking about here with all those pentacles, like legendary status, it's planted, right? So, this essence of release and like clearing the land, it's allowing for things to like sprout up. You see what I'm saying? So, the things that are coming in, the things that like the Ten of Pentacles, this ideation of it, is not something that's going to be basically delivered. It's like a delivery, a free, like a release from being underneath the surface. Things are going to be, unveil itself. Things are going to, yeah, show for itself. Like, so that sprouting up is where it's coming from. They're definitely saying like groundbreaking. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands in reverse. Top of the deck is Four of Cups. I keep getting the Four of Cups. I don't know why. Is something being offered to me like I have like no freaking clue that I'm supposed to take? Like what is it that I'm not seeing that I like? Am I kind of dumbing my energy down thinking I'm just like just your average person? Which is like, I don't even like saying it like that. But, like, is it, what's going on here? Like, why do I keep getting the Four of Cups? I feel like so insulted. I just don't understand. Like, what is it that I'm not understanding? Like, okay, let me see here. The Chariot. They're just saying you can go places, you can get up and you could go places. I was like, okay. So the Seven of Wands in reverse. Wait, why is that undercover? The High Priest in reverse. Oh, I think it's like being knocked down a few pegs because of dissolution. Ace of Cups in reverse, but like they're saying you're the freaking winner, Tina. Like, I don't need to like convey all of these stories in order to question who's the winner. It's more of like, it's such a culture shock for me to see that other sentience is, it's just, their energy is so ugly. It's so ugly. I don't even understand it. But, yeah. They're saying, Tina, you have like such a different life. It is, people show up differently in your life. So you can't take 100% offense to how it shows up in your like live cards, basically. People celebrate you, but like you have to say goodbye to like celebrating in certain ways with certain energies. Even if it's just like circumstantial within like this avenue right now, like it, that's what they're saying, because there's so much more that like I can't celebrate with a certain crowd how one would normally do it. Like sometimes it has to be at a distance. Sometimes it has to be on different timetables. Only because like there's an area of protection. Like just, yeah, I'm getting somewhat of a psychic attack and like this somewhat of a sleeping spell. But yeah, it's an area of protection granted to those. So I have to let certain things go. Like if that's how it is right now, in order for us to celebrate, even if it's separately, like quarantined, then that's fine. Okay, that's okay, because this Four of Cups that Spirit has been sharing with me is like, you don't even realize it, but you're going places. That's what they're saying. Oh my gosh, holy smokes! Like, you don't freaking realize it, Tina. Like, this is a simulation. You're like already inside, you know, the chariot. It's just like this, like, very believable mural that's on the walls of what's going on, and it's, you don't realize it, but you're being taken places. You're going places based on the work that you've done. You don't have to like show up. Like, you don't have to, like in those award shows where they announce the winner or whatever, and they couldn't make it to the show. It's freaking like that. Because they're filming something else, or there's, that's what's happening. So don't get down anytime you see the Four of Cups. Like, look beyond what its proposal is, because it's meant for you to decipher, because you can do that. You're at a stage that you can. Yeah. I'm confident with my starting point and rates. Like, I don't question anymore. I just, like, it's just a matter of when and timing, and I know it to be factual. It's yeah, it's this strange feeling where I don't doubt that is accurate. Like, I got the formal okay. There's no reason why I would lie about that, why I would fib about that. That's why I just feel like so good about its accuracy of not even, it's not even like how it's supposed to be. That's how it's gonna be. So I know that one thing leads to another, and so it's gonna just be like pieced, just like increment, like it's just going to happen. So this is very good. So remain patient in all this. Take it for what you've got. Hold on, give me a second. Are you okay? What happened? Yeah, you're so you're feeling better? Okay. So you want me to get something more solid for you? What I just talked about? Okay. I'll be I'll get something for you, okay? Okay, I'm almost done. Love you. Yeah, so things are good. Like, you have to pat yourself on the back. For knowing that you're a good mother, Tina. You're a great mother. So good that you know that you don't have to overcompensate for the bullshit that's around you. So it's good. It's a good area of discipline. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for right now. Cause yeah. Alright, that's it for now. So thank you very much to all donations provided in light love. Certainly appreciate it. So, upon closing the portals in this reading, I sent all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with the sequence of rollout. Enlighten love. I close these readings, and I close the portals in this reading, excuse me. Now,